Who was your inspiration for Sonny, James? How did you decide to play him?
Well, believe this or not, you might believe anything, Rich. You're so gullible.
Thank you, James. Appreciate that.
And the first scene we did was in a Genco olive oil company, you know, when Sollozzo comes up there and, you know, we don't mess with dope, you know, and this and that.
Right.
And then Brando goes down and they shoot him outside the thing. Well, in that scene, I was kind of lost. It was the first day of shooting. Lost in the sense that I don't study at night. I'm going to do the next day. That's not fun. I mean, I like to let everything come out of character, and not to be an artist, but again, yes, to be an artist. So I had this feeling of what I thought Sonny should be like. I didn't know exactly. I didn't have the physical stuff or the speech pattern or whatever it was that I find. And I went home that night, first night, and I was shaving because we were going out to dinner or something. And while I'm looking in the mirror, I was a lucky guy because as a kid, a young guy, I was friendly with a lot of these comedians. I was the kid that went around with, like, Rickles and Don Adams and all those guys. And Rickles, he just drove me nuts, you know. And he was so funny. And I looked in the mirror, and I started being Rickles, you know, like, you know, that's a nice suit when you have it clean and burnt, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know, just... So I came in the next day, and I was Rickles. I made fun of Hal Roddy's suit. That's going to rot on you, you pig. You know, or whatever I did, I just did like Don Rickles. And believe it or not, I hope you believe it, and I hope you haven't hung up. Have you?
I'm hanging on your every word, James.
I like you there, buddy. Stay where you are.
Okay, I'm here.
I just started being Rickles.
So you're
had all day, and Francis, God bless him, he let me go. You know, he tells everybody, like, now, you know, he called me this was a couple of years ago. He lost a lot of weight, and he let me improvise a lot.
So you're saying are you saying your inspiration for Sonny Corleone and the way that you played him?
No,
was Rickles.
In other words, he's telling people now, like, Bada Bing was never written. And Biddy Bop and all of that stuff was never written. But it was because Francis gave me the comment to just go, do. And someone said, Jimmy said, what does Bada Bing mean? I don't know. He says, but they say that in his neighborhood, let it be, you know.
Yeah, you got to put one in his, it's not, you can't just walk up, you got to put one in his head, but boom, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, so, and then all of that, so Francis, and then he yelled at me for saying, you know, you could have been a multi-jillionaire if if you had that thing, what do you call it, stamped or whatever.
Oh, yeah, you got a T-shirt or a bumper sticker or something that, right? Oh,
so I said, well, why didn't you tell me 50 years ago? You know, you're such a smart guy. Anyway, I did all that, even with stuff on Sunnyside where I grew up where, you know, it was like a guy would break something of yours, take it out of your hand, break it, and he'd throw money on the floor. Like when the camera guy, that was also improvised. When I came out of the wedding, walking by the FBI guys in the car, and I come down, I'm walking back into the wedding, there's a guy there taking pictures, a bunch of guys there.
Right, yeah.
You know where, just before I go back in, and I grab the camera, and I throw it on the ground, I smash it, which made the property guy really happy because it was obviously an expensive camera. And I looked down on it, and I just instinctively took out like $40 out of my pocket and threw it on the ground. I walked in because as long as you paid for it, everything was okay.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.